Hey guys, and welcome back to Factorio. Oh, our research is just finished. Sweet. Right, what do I want now? I can get logistics too. It's just faster belts and stuff. I don't really need that just now. Optics gives me lights, not too bothered by that. Turrets would be alright, okay. Steel's probably a good idea. Extra tool belt I need green science for. Military, actually, yeah, let's go for military and we'll get a decent gun so that if we do get attacked, I can fend them off, the bastards. Okay, the glorious thing about this now is that I can make splitters and underground belts, so let's queue up a few of them to be made, queue up some transport belt to be made, and we'll start going. Right, do I need any more iron? No I don't. Do I need any more copper? Not really. We're still doing alright with these, and that's just ticking along slowly. I'm not in a big rush for any science or anything just now, so I'm not going to try and keep that going at a ridiculous speed. I'm not going to really update this, upgrade this until I've got everything set up. And then what I'll do is I'll do my usual science build. As many of you will have seen, if you've followed me at all, you will have seen my science build, and you may or may not like it, but it's the one that I'm going to use. Because it's efficient and it means that you don't need to... It's not upgradable, but at the same time, it's not really needed to be upgradable. I need belts. I need belts so badly. I'm looking forward to getting all of this actually underway. I can place another miner down here to do that, but for the coal for this section, I'm going to need to get a couple of miners on this big chunk of coal over here. Alright, we've got some of the undergrounds now. What I need is... You need to go in there. You need to do that. You need to do that. Okay. And we need... No, actually that's not wrong. It's just putting that there was wrong. Okay, so what we do is we get our iron to come up here. And a coal to come up here. And then I'll explain exactly what's going on here. So what happens is we get coal to come up here in a single belt, and it's then split into two and then loaded onto that side of the belt. So it stays on the right hand side of the belt. Then we've got the iron coming up here, it splits into two and it stays on the opposite side of the belt, the left hand side of the belt, or the right hand side going this way. So it basically splits it into having coal all on one side, and I'm going to do armor just to get ourselves some armor so we don't die easy enough. So it makes it so this is perfectly split, half coal, half iron. Done. It's actually a pretty decent little setup. It's pretty efficient in the way that it works, and I kind of like it. And then it means that once you upgrade into electric furnaces, all you need to do is take away the coal input line and just leave it to be iron. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Generally, you've got some other things that allow you to be a bit more efficient. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this up to here. Oh no, I've run out. I need a single piece. Thanks. There we go. That's going to get run up to there, and we're going to... Ah, I forgot that I was too far away. Right, there we go. And that'll fill on to the other side of that belt. And I'm going to leave just these two only powering that, and the rest of it's going to get powered from the rest of this stuff. Armor crafting's done, so that's just got that. Electronics so we can get smart inserters, or do we want... We've got to research steel. Right, and let's try and get this plugged in as soon as possible. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove this down here. And this makes iron gears a lot faster than this uses them. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make... Let's make another assembly machine. Another inserter. Another box. Alright, so we put the... oh, not there. Put the assembly machine here. Instead of coming from here. Oops. Okay. Instead of going from there into there, and can we make transport belt, please? There we are. So that'll now just keep making us some transport belt and fill up this wooden chest for us. Which is perfect. And what I can do is just shove a load of iron into there. Shove some copper into there as well. That'll make the... that'll give us a few more science packs. Let's remove that copper from there, and we'll place that extra copper into here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Actually, give me a stack. I'll keep a stack on me. There we go. So now we're getting some transport belts made for us, which is sweet. Right. So what we'll do with this is, oh god, I don't really care about the stone. Stone's not something that you'll find yourself short on very much in this game, if at all. Right, let's put that there. Remember, if you start placing belts and you're like, oh my god, that's not the best place for that belt, you can always change it later on. You're not stuck to something. You can just pick it up and place it back down. And then the further you get into the game, the easier that is. So it's not like it's like, oh man, yeah, that's fine for the start of the game when nothing, like, you don't have these big mazes and spaghetti junctions of, oops. You don't have these big mazes and spaghetti junctions of transport belts and stuff. But no, because when you get later into the game, all you need to do is grab some robots and be like, robots, deconstruct this and reconstruct it. And that's basically all you do. Like, if you haven't played the game before and you haven't watched any Let's Plays or anything, you'll see what happens when we get to robots, and it is just fantastic. Like, some of the stuff you can do with them is amazing. It saves you so much time, so much effort. And if you're used to watching my regular playthroughs, I do an awful lot of stuff to kind of limit how easy the game is. Just because I find that once you know the game inside and out, basically, you can go through the game pretty quickly. And normally I try to limit stuff, like use robots sparingly when it comes to transporting goods around my factory and things. Obviously, like I said, if you haven't played the game, you'll very quickly realise what I'm talking about when I start using them. But I won't be doing that in this series because this series is just a vanilla regular playthrough, just playing it through start to finish to let you guys know exactly what's going on with it. Alright, so that's that going into there. And now what we can do is, let's remove all of these. Do you want to move the transport belt, the inserters? You want to move it from, fuck. You want to move it from the closest to the ore to the farthest from the ore, just so that you don't end up with different pieces just sitting on the ground. Because I'll show you. If I was to, so we've got that there, and we've got an inserter, right? Inserter picks up the ore and puts it in there. If I remove that first, then the inserter's got to drop ore on the ground. It's got to cause me to delete the inserter and then pick up the ore. So you always want to go from the inside out. It's a very small optimization, but like I said, I'm going to show you the most efficient way that I know how to play the game, and that's what I'm going to do, even if it's tiny little optimizations like that can help you out in the long run. And when you're waiting for something to happen, like what I'm doing just now, which I'm waiting on transport belt to be built, you're best off doing stuff like the little menial tasks, like clearing out some trees from your ore patches and stuff like that. Like the little things that take a while, because there's no point just sitting still waiting for stuff to happen. Because with Factorio, there's always stuff that you can do. So let's make some iron armor, a submachine gun, and let's go with a shotgun as well. Shotgun shells have got armor piercing, which make them pretty good. I'm going to do 40 regular ammo and 20 shotgun shells. Yeah, shotguns have got armor piercing, which makes them pretty damn good for destroying biter bases and for anything else like destroying biters and stuff. They are pretty good. So there you go. We're all hooked up here with the right amount of Sorry, with the iron coming in. All we need to do now is hook up the coal and get these powered. So I'm going to do that, and it's going to be like so. Don't worry, because you do get better poles. You're not stuck to using these cruddy poles for the entirety of your playthrough. So don't worry about that. Oh, now my lovely my lovely wiring is going to be all fucked. Right, so I'm going to need to wait on our hand building of these poles. So as you probably noticed, building stuff by hand is not the most efficient way, because that, like, I just got 100 odd transport belt there, and that was just due to the fact that I'd set that up a while back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with that, and another 2 of them for this bit. We've got 8, so what we need here is we've got 8 on each side, so we need 8 miners. We've got 4, and I'm making 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. I don't think I was making that many. What's? Right. Let's start pumping some coal down this way. Right, and obviously I don't have the. Oh, that's right. That's why, because I was making 4 coal miners as well. Ah. I made my wooden chest. Nice. So I'm going to shove my pistol in a wooden chest and shoot the wooden chest, because that is the only way to actually destroy stuff. You can swap through your guns with Q, as you can see here, but I changed it to tab, because what Q does is, if you've got something in your hand like this, you push Q and it takes out your hand. And I don't like having the same key do multiple things, because there's times where you want to use tab. So, for example, if you're placing, this is going to be a bit in the future again, talk about robots again, but if you're placing a blueprint for robots, then you can't push Q to swap between your guns if you want to swap to your shotgun to shoot something that's in the way. So sometimes you're going to have rocks and stuff that are in the way, and you just want to destroy them by shooting them. And you won't be able to do that if your key is still set to Q, unfortunately, because of the way the game works, because you'll just pack away the blueprint, and then you have to pack away the blueprint, swap over your shotgun, shoot the thing, pick up the blueprint again, and then try to place it again. Whereas if you've got it on tab, you can just tab over to the shotgun, shoot, and then place. It's much more efficient. So once again, another little efficiency here. Alright, and hook all of this up. Done. Right, now we just need some copper getting placed. Not some copper, some coal miners. So I needed 8 of these, so if we can get 4 over here. 1. I hate trees. My guns are too crap right now though to kill them, which is real annoying. Right, I need another 2. Choppy, choppy, choppy. So this is going to be a lot of iron smelting for the early game. I've went quite big. It's not a lot of iron smelting by any stretch of the imagination for the rest of the game, but it's definitely a fair amount for the early game. There we go. So that's going to be enough iron smelting to cope with these, the amount that we've got here. I need some copper. There we are, and can we get another one here? I'm going to pick up these. Right. I've got so much copper in my, I've got so much coal in my... I do that a lot, by the way, you'll notice. I'll call coal copper because I'm a feckin' idiot. Not for any other reason whatsoever. So my iron I didn't do this with because once again I'm a fucking idiot. But that's the most efficient way to lay out your miners if you're looking to extend the longevity but have lower throughput. So basically what that means is I will get those miners will last a lot longer but will mine less overall. So basically what you can do is instead of doing it like that, the way I've done it, if you stack them all as tightly as possible, then you can get a lot more mining done. But the issue with that is, yes, you get a lot more mining done, but I'll have to then go to that and replace it a lot sooner. So, but in the long run, whatever we decide to choose, it doesn't matter because you've only got as much coal as there is in that seam, and that's it. So it doesn't matter if you mine it fast or if you mine it for longevity, you're still going to have the same amount of fucking coal at the end of the day. Alright, so you should start to see as coal starts trickling down, and I can just speed that up very quickly by doing this so that you can see it properly. Alright, and let's destroy that. So you can see the coal's starting to come in. This is called side loading, by the way, and we'll talk about that a bit more in the future. So the coal starts to come in, it goes under here, round into the splitter, gets split evenly on either side, and side loads that belt. So now all of those are working. Perfect. Please tell me, yeah, it is, thank God. Right, so now these have got coal and they're starting to make iron, which is getting pulled out and placed onto here. So what I'm going to make now is what's called a main bus. And I'm going to destroy this fucking rock because it's a pain in the ass. To do this, what you need to do is, when you're fighting any enemies, as long as you've got your gun active, you push spacebar and it'll shoot enemies. If you want to destroy stuff like trees or rocks, you can't just push spacebar. So I'm holding spacebar right now, it's not doing anything, but if I hold C, it'll attack the tree. The only exception to that is a shotgun. The shotgun shoots regardless. Right, so what am I going to do? Now I need to try and lay some stuff out. I want the bottom to be reserved for smelting, and what I actually need is enough space for that. And then let's do that there. No doubt this will all change in the future. Here you go, here's our first contact. It's up here, here's a biter base, and I'll nip along and I'll show you what a biter base looks like. That's what a biter base looks like. That's pretty fucking worrying. That is even more fucking worrying. Fucking hell. Right, let's, I'm probably gonna die here. Let's move through the trees to kind of slow them down a bit. I'm definitely dead here. Ah! Let's load our autosave up. So that's basically what happens when you die. It is permadeath in a way, and that you have to reload your autosave. Jesus fuck. Fuck you, biters. That's a massive base that we've got there. So what I'm probably going to want to do is, after steel processing is done, I'll want to swiftly go towards, oops. I want to swiftly go towards turrets because that is frightening. I don't like that, that's not straight. Biters, in my opinion, are just an annoying part of the game. I much prefer just the base building aspect as opposed to the messing around with the biters or anything, so it's one of those annoying aspects of the game that I can't be bothered with. But it's a part of the game anyway, so I thought I'd show you it off. I thought I would show it off. Right. Let's use some of the coal that's in my inventory to fill all of those up so I can get rid of it. Probably should have used the wood, but hey ho, there you go. Right, let's go and destroy this this rock again and get eyes on that biter colony that we've got. Oops. Like I said before, the shotgun's got armor piercing. We're just not touching that biter colony, so we're alright as is, but we're going to need to get there eventually. Because these are going to create a lot of pollution, which is going to hit it. Right, so what I want to do now is let's go and pick up some of the belt. Luckily that autosave didn't take us that far back, because you really need to watch that. What I'm going to do in the next episode is I'm going to set up a larger science area, and I'm going to start setting up my main bus. But until then, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Studio, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.